It turns out that wild animals like to unwind with alcohol more than we may have realized. Really, a new study finds that animals that eat fruit and sip on nectar are often getting buzzed. KXAN's Tom Miller talked with The Hill reporter Saul Elbein about how that's happening.
Walk us through this process in nature where the food that some animals are consuming has alcohol in it.
Super simple. There's sugar in fruit. There is yeast on the surface of the fruit. The yeast eats the sugar and it poops out ethanol.
And it's not a lot of alcohol, but these are also not very big animals, so they can't consume as much as we can. And it turns out this can be pretty dangerous for them.
Yeah, now we should be specific about what the danger is. Now, of course, could a squirrel eat enough slightly fermented apples to do it harm? Maybe, but it would be a lot of apples. Could a squirrel eat enough apples that it's not paying attention when a hawk grabs it? Absolutely.
And these are not necessarily animals that are seeking out a buzz like maybe a human is if they're having a glass of wine or some beer, but it's more like accidental.
Well, Tom, that's actually a really interesting question. Now, we do know that that sort of slightly pungent smell of fermenting fruit, that helps draw animals, and that can be a cue that there's some fruit to go eat. So in that case, the alcohol would be a side effect, not the intention. But at the same time, some of these animals are chimpanzees or capuchins. They're very social and they're very smart. And there's some interesting human anthropological history that the first humans started settling in cities like Göbekli Tepe in Turkey 10,000 years ago, not because there was grain to eat, but because there was grain to brew. Because when you're with a group of people, sometimes it can take the edge off to have a little bit of a buzz. We don't know if animals are doing that preferentially, but we do know that over the last 10 years, we get more and more and more information that animals are smarter and more social than we ever thought. But we're going to have to see.
Okay. Saul Elbein with The Hill. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.